It's Tuesday. It still feels pretty Monday, though. I'm going to show you a little quinky dink when it comes to rentals. The love-hate relationship with Doug Ford. Something stupid and something smart from the CIBC. And why I'm happy about the military spending announcement. But first, point of business. If you like my content, please like, follow, and share. And if you'd like to work together or know somebody who would like to work with me, the link is in the bio. All right, the love-hate relationship with Doug Ford. Ontario drops American banks from US dollar bond sale in first since 2011. A little background, Doug Ford was originally elected to be more fiscally responsible than the Liberals who came before him. And since then, he's thrown that idea out the window and is spending like a drunken sailor. Not on anything useful, mind you, but still spending. And now we've sold $2 billion worth of bonds denominated in US dollars. But we've kept the US banks out of it. The deal was led by Barclays, BMO, CIBC, and the Bank of Nova Scotia. If you think this is a giant to the United States, oh, it is. But before you think that I love Doug Ford, just remember he's passing laws like this that are ripe for corruption and will lead to massive problems down the road. This is an incredibly short-sighted bill. I understand the idea behind it of, getting this shit done, but this ain't the way to do it. All right, Victor Dodig of CIBC has said something really smart and something really stupid. Let's start with the stupid. Ottawa must help young Canadians build savings through tax changes. Western civilization, especially here in Canada, has spent the last 4 decades eradicating the middle class and making sure that wages do not keep up with the cost of living. Taxes ain't the problem. Do you want to see the stark reality of how this has played out? Go to any mid-century neighborhood in this country. Homes built from the 1950s through the 1970s. Google map it. Go to the satellite view. Check the backyards. What do they have? In-ground pools. In-ground pools are massively expensive. They always have been. But, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, the middle class was making enough money to pay for their house, to put an in-ground pool in place, and to have savings. Now those people are being told that they're frivolous because they buy coffee at Starbucks. Taxation is not the issue. But this is something smart. Canada needs to be on wartime footing to bolster productivity. I agree. We need to be in crisis mode. We need to take this seriously. As expected, Mr. Crisis is taking this seriously. Yesterday, Mark Carney announced that Canada is going to get to its 2% spending target by this time next year. Actually, by March of next year is what he said. Yesterday morning before the announcement, things were very pessimistic here in London. Because here in London, General Dynamics makes these things. This morning, much more optimistic. Why? Well, because Canada needs more of these things, and our NATO allies need more of these things. All right, a little coincidence in the rental market. Average asking rents fall annually for 8th straight month. Why would the rent be falling? Well, first off, because a lot of the rentals are covered by variable rate mortgages, and as the rates come down, the price pressure on rent is going to come down. But there also has to be less demand. 8 months, eh? It's June. That report was from May. That's October. So it's October. It's been falling since October. Government of Canada reduces immigration from October 24th, 2024. What is leading the charge? Single-bedroom apartments in the urban centers of Vancouver and Toronto. Now, before the xenophobes go off and saying, "See, I told you we need less immigrants. Get these immigrants out of here." We need immigration, just to be clear about that. We need to be controlled and measured with our immigration. We need to prepare for the immigration, have the right infrastructure, healthcare, housing, etc. But we still need immigration. If we stopped immigration, people in Canada would lose their jobs. And they'd have to go somewhere else to find jobs. Ironically, they'd have to become immigrants in other countries.